everyone, and welcome to another live lesson video that is being hosted by Childline. My name is Aaron George, and I am one of Childline's outreach officers. And I'd like to first apologize for the video not being posted yesterday. It only happened because of unforeseeable circumstances, but we are here today and ready to share information on this very important topic. And the title of today's lesson is Life is Not Fair. And I'll start this video off by explaining to some extent what I mean by unfairness, and I'll use some examples to bring home this point. Very often, you'd find that crooks are going to be the ones who prosper, and those who are being diligent are going to get left behind. You find very often that bullies will flourish, and those who are meek will experience despair. Wealth is concentrated in the hands of just a few people, the one percenters, as we say. People believe liars, and those who are honest, their opinions get ignored and thrown to the side. People will be waiting for a maxi on a morning to go to work. Someone will come after you, and they will get a maxi before you. You might be standing up to pay a bill, and someone may see someone that they know who is ahead of you, and they go up in front by them and they talk to them and they get through and pay their bill before you, who would have been standing and waiting and doing what you were supposed to do. People go to school, they get an education, they become doctors, they become lawyers, and they end up in a grocery packing the shelves. But someone who has no professional training, no formal training, no anything of the sort, becomes the manager of the supermarket only because their mother or their grandfather owns the grocery or knows someone who owns the grocery. Life is not fair. There are many circumstances in life or situations in life where you're going to feel like if you're being taken advantage of. You're going to feel like if, wait a minute, things why isn't it a one size fit all approach? Why isn't everyone experiencing the same consequences for committing the same crime? But the thing is, unfortunately, life has never been fair. It has always been unfair. This idea of life being unfair or life isn't fair is not a new concept. This has existed for years and years and years. And the lesson here today is about what you can really do in situations when you notice that life is not being fair to you. And one of the first things that you could definitely do is accept that life is not fair. That person who got ahead of you in the KFC line or in the Royal Castle line or to pay the bill or to get through it, whatever it may be, because they knew someone who was in the line, you could either stand behind and quarrel and quarrel and quarrel and argue and quarrel, but that is only going to disrupt your inner peace. Or you could just stand up and you could say, look at life again. Huh? Now, I'm not saying that you want to accept these behaviors all the time, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy to do that either, because now we have social distancing in place, and sometimes because you're far away from a person in a line, other people may think you're not in the line and they come and they cut in front of you, and you may have to tell them, excuse me, I'm in the line, do you mind joining to the back? Those are moments, and you are well within your right to correct someone if you think that they're stepping in front of you and they're stepping out of line. That is all well and good. But you need to accept that sometimes life is not fair. And it's been this way before, and it will continue to be that way for some number of years that I myself don't even know. So accept that life is unfair. Know that there are still good people in the world. So even though there are some people, there are the crooks who would get away, or the liars who would convince people, or there are those people, but there are also people who are honest. There are people who care. There are people who are mindful of others. There are people who are courteous. There are people who are brave and willing to advocate on behalf of others. These people still exist. They are wrong. So the main point is to not really focus on the people who may be doing the wrong things. There are people who are doing good, and as much as possible, if you could surround yourself with these people, or speak with these people, or just be in their presence, that good and that positive energy is going to be very beneficial for your life and for your mental health. So not only are there good people around, but you could also make the decision to be a good person. You could say, today I'm going to smile at a stranger, or I'm going to adopt a stray animal, or I'm going to plant a tree, or I'm going to share a kind word with someone. I'm going to volunteer to help the poor or the impoverished, or someone who may be disadvantaged. You can also be that agent of change, because as much as there are people who are standing up and saying, wow, life is so unfair because of the things that they experience, there will be somebody who is standing up saying, you know what? There are still nice people in the world, and you could be one of them. So let go of the fact that life is unfair, because it is just what it is. You can't change it, and you have to accept that. And if you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair, you're only fooling yourself. That's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. So today you get to make a start. Do it. And know that even though life is unfair, it is very possible for life, for your life, for you to live your life in a way that is fair. Thank you all very much. I do hope you all enjoy this little lesson and do have a wonderful day. Thank you.